Hey everyone, Kyle once again, and welcome back to the next episode review, season 2 of Kaiju number 8, episode 17. Man, this show's just been nonstop awesome for all the way through, so. But, just the ending of the last episode where number 9 just goes and takes over, well, he says he killed and fused with the director, Shinomiya's body, and just because how much you want to hate number 9. You just really want to hate this guy. You really want him to get you know his serious beatdown from Kafka, but doesn't go exactly like that. I mean, Harumi and Kafka, they both fight him. They both fight as hard as they can, just hitting him, and Kafka punching him as hard as he can, and then finally it's just just like number 9 does like a basically like a self destruct on himself and just blows like his big explosion, but blowing his lower half off, and then he just ends up getting away. And then he has the nerve to show himself as the director's as the director. And it's just like you really hate. I mean, you didn't hate him as much in the first season, but now you really want to hate him now. So yeah, he goes and leaves wearing the director's face now. So and then after that, just then we have the director's funeral. So yeah, this show has nothing but has been hitting hard. It's been hitting hard. First now we feeling bad for Kurokyu. Just first if we get the flashes of losing her, the flashbacks of losing her mother, and now she has to deal with now losing her dad now. Kikuru is just she just feels so sorry for her. She didn't show up for the funeral. She has been sitting crying in his office. So, and so she tells Harumi that she wants to get stronger. She really wants to get stronger. So she starts training, and then we see with even Kafka, he wants to get stronger too, though. And I didn't say this like the on his hand, which I thought may have been a burn mark though, but it turns out because the more he transforms, like he still has, so underneath is the kaiju skin underneath his human skin. So it's like until then, if he keeps transforming, he may not go back to his human self anymore. He'll just be full on a kaiju if he keeps using his powers like that. And maybe maybe he'll lose control again or lose his humanity altogether and just remain a ravaging kaiju. So I'm like, okay, that's something that I'm not seeing right now. Now, I'm not gonna predict anything though, but do I think he's gonna die? He's not gonna die. Towards the end of the series, is he gonna die? I would like to say no, but if he does, I'm sure they're probably gonna have a big funeral for him. Because first of all how badly he got into the defense force, and when they arrested him, they found out he was the kaiju, and so, but he gave his life. So. But I'm not going there yet, though. I just like, is he gonna die right now? No, he's not. So, after that, and he goes back to his old apartment, and then I like to first we get like the hard hitting moments with the losing the battle with number 9, then the funeral, and then we get this touching moment where he goes to his old his old buddies, the cleanup crew, right? And they're cutting up those kaiju ants, right? And so he says, hey, how you guys doing? And so he wanted to return some books, right? And so, oh, but they're having trouble cutting this part off, but he goes and takes the chainsaw and just cuts it so easily, because how much of the knowledge he has of cutting kaiju's up, right? So you get this nice moment where hey, he gets to hang out with his old cleaning crew. Okay, nice. A little heartfelt moment after the big hard hitting stuff, from the fight in the funeral. So, And after so hanging out with this guys, he goes back. Then his buddies are like, hey, maybe we should just leave, and but he's like, and the older guy, because he said that his daughter's getting married, and he's like, well, who's if we go, who's gonna do all this, and who's gonna help fight for us? I mean, yeah, I mean, at first the guy was like, why would you want to keep living? That's like pretty much the kaiju capital of the world. But after that, then afterwards, he talks. He's up there on the roof. Our roommate goes and talks to him. So he tells him, hey, you know what? You shouldn't join. You should not be joining us. I don't think you should be joining us. But at the same time, we need you. We need you to join. I want you to join, but at the same time, we need you to join because we need as much help we can get, right? So it's in that we need you, and if it comes down to it, at the end, I'll probably still kill you, but right now we need you. And he's like, sure. And then afterwards, like at the end, where the vice captain, the vice captain of well, first of all, not the vice, before the vice captain, the vice director, the baldy who, completely, disrespects, Kafka as a kaiju, right, in the first season. He goes and talks to that guy, who was with the director, doing the laptop on his suit, right. He tells the vice director, he's like, what is this? And he's like, well, the director told me to tell you this in case anything ever happens to him. He wanted me to show you this on his orders. So then afterwards, when the vice captain comes in, and is like, oh, you're awake, number 10. They've had the body parts of kaiju number 10. In the first season, the big red kaiju that the vice captain was fighting tooth and nail from. Yeah, so they found they have his head, and like guess whatever remains of him that's growing back, right? So I assume they're gonna. So he's like, oh, you're awake, so he's still alive. The head is still alive. So I assume now they're gonna probably use him for some kind of experiment or something, or a weapon, right? I mean, thing is, oh yeah, it's kind of like doing a crime under the table, right? Experimenting with kaijus. But like I said, like they need as much help to get and try to defeat the whole race of kaijus altogether. So they're trying to do whatever they can to win the war. So, but yeah, but it's okay. They now that's another plot twist. They kept kaiju number 10's body, under the table. Well, it's underground. It looks like, but it's under the table. You get what I mean, though. So, but yeah. So episode 17, it hit hard. I would say the beginning hit hard because they failed to destroy number 9, and now he's wearing the director's face like a mask, right? And then there's the funeral, and then but we get the nice lighthearted, touchy moments when Kafka was hanging out with his old cleanup crew, and with a Kikuru wanted to get stronger, and so. And then now they kept number 10's remains under the radar for further notice for when they're experimenting on him or whatever. But yeah, just it's been hitting hard, And so and maybe will we see a future death of Kafka? I have no idea. I don't want to see that though because I've been rooting for this guy from the beginning, So I don't want to see the death of Kafka. Well, in a death way, like. When he becomes a full-on kaiju, like I said, if he keeps on transforming, he'll probably lose his human form altogether, so... But I don't want to see that, because I've been rooting for this guy for so long, trying to prove himself, just to stand by Mina's side, and so... I don't want to see the death of Kaka. I don't want to see that. But... If it does happen, which I won't be shocked, though, because I was kind of predicting it, though, but I won't be shocked at all, though. But overall, I don't want to see our best guy die. No. But anyway, Kaiju season 2 of Kaiju number 8 it's been really great. It's been great, awesome. It's been fire, and this way it's been hitting hard recently. Just the loss of the director, it's been hitting hard, So, But yeah, but that's episode 17. Thanks for watching. Stay tuned for more. We'll see you next time. Later.